welcome everybody to Controller Sports. We got the toughest decision of the year on our hands. Not Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. That's easy. I'm talking about PlayStation 5 versus Xbox Series X. Now, I've been loyal to PlayStation for a while. I got the PS4. Why? Because a lot of their games are 1080p, while Xbox One games are only 720p. That was the main thing. I've been loyal to PlayStation ever since I discovered that. And everything else has been cool with the PlayStation 4. Right off the bat, let me just give them all their props where credit is deserved. I've been a PlayStation Nation member for a while now, but I'm thinking I'm jumping ship. I can't believe I'm saying this, but when I really weighed out the pluses and the minuses, I thought, you know what? I think it's better for me to go over there in Xbox, and I'll tell you guys why. It's not for everybody, but I'll show you what my train of thought is, why it's better for me, and it might be better for you as well to choose the Xbox over the PlayStation. All right, so let's start out now with the Game Pass. Now, I love free stuff, and if you pay a little fee, $15 a month, you get a ton of games automatically for free, I like to say, but it's not really for free. Like I said, you're paying per month, but you're getting all these games extra, okay? And when a new one launches, you feel like you're getting games basically for nothing, okay? So I like that. Now, there's a lot of games that I didn't really care about playing. I have a set amount of games here that are really special to me. I got my Fallouts, my Battlefields, a lot of third-party games. That's what I'm dealing with, mostly third-party games. Now, if you're more of a PlayStation exclusive fan, if you're really into the Demon Souls and the Dark Souls and the Last of Us and stuff like that, if those are your main games, then you probably will want to stick with PS5, but those aren't my type of games, guys. So as long as the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 are similar graphically, we don't have a big discrepancy in graphics like the 720p 1080p difference that we had with PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, then guess what, guys? I'm going to Xbox, all right? Now, I'm talking about the exclusive titles. You know, I don't really want The Last of Us. We saw how that went. I saw all you guys playing it. I didn't pick it up because that's not my cup of tea. Did I like the multiplayer a little bit? Yeah, but guess what? The thing doesn't even have multiplayer, so I didn't pick that up, and I saw all you guys playing it on Twitch looking miserable as hell. Still giving it 10 out of 10 for some reason. I don't know, because you like one of the characters, the girl's big muscles or something. She's kissing the other girl. I don't know why you gave it a 10 out of 10, but you did that anyway, and I think you guys are a little bit confused over there on the PlayStation exclusive side of things. Now, there's exclusives on Xbox as well, and those I lean a little bit more towards, as I'm more of a fan of those like your Gears of Wars. I'm into Halo a little bit here. I like the Forge and Halo and all that. A lot of things, I have an Xbox One too, so I haven't been missing out on those, but I haven't been giving a whole lot of attention to them. But now, if I get them for free with the Xbox Game Pass, which I will if I have Xbox, maybe I'll give a little bit more attention to them and dive deeper into them, and it's just going to be more content that I can check out here instead of just saying, you know what, I'm sticking to the games that I know I like. I'm not really going to explore too much. Now, if something comes out that I know, you know what, I got to check this out, I will. With the Game Pass, I'll be a little bit more free-flowing with trying new games out, because I won't have to shell out $70, $60, whatever the price of the game is going to be for, just on a whim, knowing I'm not going to play this game that much. I just want to play it a little bit. I won't buy it if I'm going to do that, okay? I want to buy games that I'm going to be invested in for a while, like my Fallout, my Battlefields, my Far Cries, and stuff like that, all right? Now, the console design. This is, kind of a smaller issue for me, but the PlayStation 5, when I saw it, I thought, is this some kind of joke, you guys? This looks like a god dang one of those, like, mock-up, fake, renders of the console. Like, this is some kind of, fan-made design. It was going so wacky and wild. I was like, god dang, I kind of respect you guys. I know you're Japanese and you guys do some wild stuff out there, but god dang, this thing looks like it's from another planet. I was not expecting that. It caught me off guard, but I was like, you know what, I kind of like that. And then I saw the size of it. I'm like, god dang, this thing is big. I live in a trailer, guys. I don't have all kinds of room for this big old PS5. It's almost bigger than my god dang trailer. Like, I can't do that. I don't know. And then I saw the Xbox one. I'm sorry, the Xbox Series X. See, that is one minus on the Xbox side. I can't keep these goddamn names straight. That was one of the main reasons I was thinking maybe I'll stick to PlayStation. But you know what? Names are just, not a big deal to me. So I'll get it down one of these days maybe. But anyway, so I was like, man, the size of these consoles, and then I started looking closer. I'm like, dang, Dust is going to get all caught up in there. My cat Polly, her hair is probably going to get caught in all those nooks and crannies. And the Xbox is what it should be, a box, guys. And also, it looks like it's roach proof. Roaches can't crawl up into the Xbox. If you want to check out my video on how the PlayStation 4 was just, always getting caught up with roaches, I had to create a whole goddamn perimeter of roach traps to protect my PlayStation 4. I won't have to worry about that with the Xbox Series X, and I like that. Alright, that's big for me. So that's one thing. Now also with the Xbox Series X, you got better backwards compatibility. That's right, Xbox games, Xbox 360 games, Xbox One games. You can play all those on the Series X, where the PlayStation 5, guess what? It's only playing your PlayStation 4 games that you got. Nothing else. No PS3, no PS2, nothing like that, unless it's digital. You can buy it on the console and stuff like that, probably. But backwards compatibility is huge for me. I still rock the old school games. There's just so many. The list could go on and on. There's still a lot of good games from the old generation, so I'm going to want to pop into my new console. So I can do that with the Xbox Series X. Man, that's huge for me. Alright, I'm an old school gamer. I want to play all these old games and new games. Now, we get back to the console specs and stuff like that. Now, it looks like the Series X is going to outperform the PlayStation 5. I've heard, well, maybe they got this little chip in the PS5 that's going to load the games better. What I think it's going to come down to is the Xbox Series X is going to play your third-party game better than the PlayStation 5. That's the word on the street anyway, and the PlayStation 5 games are going to play those exclusives, those PlayStation 5 exclusives like, The Last of Us, your Uncharted. Those might look a little prettier, your Ratchet and Clanks. Those might do some better graphical things on PS5, but if I'm not playing those games, then what good is that going to do for me? I'm more of a third-partier type of dude. Alright, like I said before, those listed games that are my top games. Now, if you're more of a PlayStation 5 exclusive player, okay, stick to PlayStation 5, but what else other than the controller do you got going for you? Yeah, I'll admit, the PlayStation 5 controller's got the haptic feedback and all that like the Switch had. Now, I never played the Switch, so I don't know if it's that big of a deal. So I don't know if it's just going to be a gimmicky thing. You know what? I'm making content for you guys. What I feel on my end, you guys aren't going to experience anyways. And you know what? I'm out here for you guys first, alright? I'm putting you guys before myself, so you're not going to feel what I'm feeling in my hands, as long as what you guys are seeing on the screen is something new, something graphically impressive. That's all that matters, guys, and as long as I get that on the Series X, that's what I'm going for. But if we have another situation where the graphics on third-party games aren't as good on the Series X, then I'll go right back on over to the PS5, but right now, that's not the evidence. So I'm sticking with my plan here of going to the Series X now. With the Xbox All Access, you pay $35 a month for 2 years. That not only gets you the Game Pass and all that, the cloud gaming and everything like that for Xbox, but it gets you the console as well. You don't have to pay one lump sum for the goddamn thing. A lot of people like myself living paycheck to paycheck. Most Americans don't have even $500 in their bank accounts. How can they purchase a goddamn Xbox Series X? Well, with Xbox All Access, you can do that. You pay per month, man, and you get the console, the Game Pass, everything with it. Where there's a will, there's a way. Thank you, guys. Now, there might be similar plans you can do with the PS5, but there's no interest or nothing like that. You got to pay with the Xbox All Access. All you got to do is go to a Microsoft store. Now, every state doesn't have that. Mine does, so I'm lucky. Okay, I can go to not the Walmart. I wish I could just go down to the Walmart, but I got to go to the Microsoft store in my town. I pick the goddamn console up, keep paying $35 a month, and after 2 years, I own the thing, okay? and I get all my free games and everything like that with it. Microsoft bought Bethesda, so one of my main games, Fallout there, I'm going to get those for free. I'm going to get the new Starfield for free. I've been covering that on the channel as well. Okay, a lot of these games that I'm super interested in are going to be free on Xbox Series X, and I'm going to be checking out all these other games that are coming to Game Pass like crazy. I mean, they're killing over there. You get so many more free games on Xbox, so I'm all about that, guys. So like I said, in review, you got the Game Pass, way more games for your buck on Xbox Series X. The exclusive titles on Xbox I give more of a crap about. Halo, Gears of War, State of Decay, all these games interest me more than your Last of Us's and your Demon Souls and Ratchet and Clanks and Uncharted. That's not really my cup of tea, okay? Now, the console design, I like that. A bunch of roaches aren't going to be able to crawl up into the Xbox, okay? Like they look like they're going to be able to in the PS5. Not only that, but it's a little bit smaller. It's a little bit less wacky. I like just the discreet kind of, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much what it looks like, so let's not go too crazy with it, guys. All right, as long as the thing ain't too loud, the fan works good, everything like that, I'm cool with it, guys. Better backwards compatibility is coming to Xbox, okay? That's a huge plus for me. I got a lot of old school games I want to be playing on the Xbox. The console specs, it looks like the Xbox Series X is a little bit beefier than the PS5. Now, there's a little bit of a slight difference between the two. We don't really know yet how it's going to pan out, with the Xbox Series S being a little bit less powerful than anything on the PS5, so we'll see. Now, this is where I might come running back to PS5 if the third-party games are going to be running better on a PS5. All right, well, we'll wait for those comparisons, but let me tell you guys, if third-party games like the new Far Cry 6, perfect example. If it runs better on the PS5 drastically, then I'll go back to the PS5. If it runs about the same or better on the Xbox, you better believe I'm going Xbox. Now, Xbox All Access. This is giving us easier access into the next generation for us poor folk, for us people who don't have oodles and noodles of cash, but we might be able to ship out, we might be able to shell out $35 a month. Now, that's a possibility, so that's going to give us access. That's going to give some real power to the players. GameStop has said it. That's what I'm all about. Giving us access to the next generation in an easier manner. That's what I'm all about. So, Xbox is really speaking to me, guys. I didn't think when this all started, I was so loyal to PlayStation. I was like, I'm never going to leave the PlayStation Nation. And then, you know what? One thing after another, Phil Spencer just hit me with a left and a right. I'm knocked out, dude. You got me, okay? I'm going over to Xbox, it seems like now. He really knocked me off my feet, guys. He really, he really won me over. So, PlayStation 5, maybe, the thing to do is really try to get both consoles, but guess what, guys? I ain't rich, okay? Now, you guys aren't watching my videos enough for me to get both of these consoles, but that's the long-term plan. Where there's a will, there's a way. Maybe one day I have both of these. Last generation I did have Xbox and PlayStation. So, that's the end goal, but you got to go with one or the other first in my world. So I'm going to start with the Xbox, and I think that's the way to go unless you are just so attached to these PlayStation 5 exclusives that you can't go without them. If that ain't the case, really consider Xbox. Let's start a conversation down below, and if you think I'm crazy, let me know. If you think I'm onto something, let me know. And until next time, this has been Rusty Fluger. Over and out.